Check it out, just take a chance. It's time for Celery Pants. Welcome back. Today is the last day of prop week. It's day 5. Today we're going to be working on this. Electromagnets. No, we're going to be making a stunt book, a book that we can hit people over the head with, probably me, and they won't be concussed. So how are we going to do that? So there's a tried and true way where you basically take out all the pages, you put a piece of foam in there that is like rectangle shaped, like book shaped, and then you basically put a sticker that looks like pages over the sides of it. Let's start doing stuff. Check it out. Now I am going to, first I'm going to remove the pages from the book because I don't want to damage the book in the next part. So it's just similar like we did before. I'm just going to use my knife, my like X-Acto box cutter thing, and I'm just going to separate the book from the spine. Gotta try to be careful. Gotta try to keep my head out of the shot. So you can see this is basically what I'm working with here. I'm just using the knife and trying to pull this away slowly. Okay, this side's okay. I may just have to patch the one side from the inside. All right, I think we are free. Got that. Just cut these few pages off. All right, got it pretty clean. Got all that boring stuff out of the book. This one's not turning out so great. So I've had another problem. Because the foam I got wasn't the right kind of foam, and I tried the Plasti Dip. Number one, it's absorbed all the Plasti Dip. Number two, it's still squishy, but it's just not the right texture. There is a type of rubber foam that you can buy where it's foam, but it has kind of this more of a like plastic exterior, kind of like those little pads that you sit on when you go to like in bleachers, like bleacher cushions or whatever. It's more similar to that. That's what I was looking for, and I was really not having good luck finding it. So that's why I came up with this, and this didn't turn out exactly like I wanted. So we're gonna do our best. I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna mix up some epoxy, and I'm just gonna glue this just like this onto the spine, and then we'll close up the book and we'll see what we have. All right, I have my epoxy, my quick cure epoxy mixed up in this jam lid. Just gonna use this kitchen knife to spread it out on the spine here. Good stuff. feel like I always need more than I mix up. I'm always like, that's definitely enough. I'm gonna be wasting it. And then I always need more. All right, but I think we have enough. Okay. That's all on there. Let's take and push this jagged side in there. Make sure it's centered where we want it. And we'll just hold some pressure on it. And I'll check in with you when this is kind of a little tackier. All right, I got that part all rigged up in this contraption here. So while it continues to cure, let's go inside and work on the pages. So that all is drying. And in the meantime, we're gonna work on these pages. So conveniently, the pages are the same thickness as this painter's tape, so we can use that for reference. So what we can do here is take our pages, and we'll get our painter's tape, and we'll get a little pencil. We'll line this up. A little mark. We'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, and you can cut that. First, we'll take the white part off. Good. Now we will cut it. Ideally, I'd just make a jig, but I have the tape. I'll just measure it. I'll need at least 3. Let's do this a couple more times. Okay. All right, so that's 3. So if we did it right, that's enough. If we did it wrong, we got some backups. This, we can even get this out of the way just for now. Little edges off. So then I'm gonna take some double-sided tape. And then we are going to flip these over, and we are going to do our best to apply the double-sided tape to these pages. Now, obviously, they're going to try to stick to me since it's double-sided. So I'm going to try to use these chopsticks to hold them down. We'll see if this works. I don't know if it will. Let's find out together. That looks about right. Let's tear this away from them. If it's too long, I can always cut it. If it's too short, I can double it up. I'm gonna stick my big head in here for a second so I can see around you guys. Gotta commit. All right, that is stuck down. I need a second piece. I think I found a hack. And that is if I make the piece longer than I need, I can use it to hold the piece down while I apply the other piece, and then I can always cut it to the right size when I'm done. So this part, I felt like could have been way worse than it was. This part actually turned out okay. Okay, let's get into this. All right, look at this joke. So I went and go buy some duct tape. They didn't have any. They didn't have Gorilla Tape. They didn't have duct tape. All they had was this nonsense. But I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter that it's red because I'm going to be covering it up. I mean, we'll find out. We'll see if you can see the redness through. Hopefully not. This is all they had. If this doesn't work, we'll just try to stick the double-sided tape directly on, but I thought it would be better to use a more durable tape, a more adhesive tape. It would stick better, I think, so. Let me now use my masking tape and cut a little snip in the duct tape and then pull long pieces off to attach to the tape that I just made. Okay, that took a long time. All right, one. Let's try another one. All right, I have all my pages made. So we're gonna go back in the garage. Okay, we have our book back from the garage. Now I'm going to measure and apply the tapes. So this one's pretty good. We'll start with this one. Just trim that just a little. We're gonna apply this one on the bottom here. So it's actually compressed a little bit because of the gluing. So I might have to cut this now. I'm just gonna use a X-Acto knife to cut it. I'm gonna push it on there and I'm gonna cut around it. Well, it's sticking well. Actually, if I wanted to, I could wrap this around here. I may do that and then have them overlap each other. We'll start in the other corner over here. Whoop, I just did that. I fooled myself, it looks so good. point. Let's trim up the back. Trim this extra bit off right here. Cut that off. And then we'll just measure this piece. I'll just put it on here. We'll cut the sides on either side. Okay. There it is. Here's our fake stunt book. Book. Looks like a book. Looks like a book. Looks like a book. Now overall quality of it, I don't know. I feel like this is even maybe less than a D. So the big fails here were I just didn't find the right foam. I guess I should have looked even harder to find the one I wanted instead of trying to make this one work. You need to find rubberized foam. And when you look on Amazon, there's going to be all kinds of junk that comes up. And if you look at the details of it, a lot of it, it's not the right texture. Basically, you want foam that looks like tape will stick to it. So it has to have kind of like a bit of a smoothed texture. And it's on there, I've seen it, but it wasn't on, it was like on sites you contract with. It wasn't on sites that like an individual buyer can buy from. But I'm sure I could have found it. I should have looked harder. Other things, I think it would have been better obviously to have the vinyl tape and just print one myself. So I didn't have all those steps, but this turned out pretty good. It would have been better too to make the pages one full strip so you didn't have these page breaks, but that's okay. But if it was one strip, you wouldn't have had any page breaks in it. The epoxy is an excellent glue. It's definitely a good way to go. And then if you use a newer book, maybe you won't have as many problems as it like ripping when you're trying to separate, because I was going very carefully and just kind of, it just punched through. But the Plasti Dip, it deformed the foam, so when it dried, it wasn't square really, and that's why it looks all cattywampus and stuff. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm being very critical. I think if this was in the background of a movie and you just a quick shot of somebody getting hit with the book, I don't think people would be stopping it frame for frame to be like, oh, this book was obviously a stunt book because look at all these things I just pointed out. I mean, prop masters might do that, but most everybody won't. So that's what I think. And this is our final prop for prop week. So I hope you guys enjoyed prop week. Oh, I didn't show you it in action here, so. Kind of missed my head. Let's try it again. All right, let me take my glasses off just in case, but I'm looking over here. Whoa, what? Didn't hurt at all. It's awesome. Okay, so hope everybody enjoyed prop week. I enjoyed doing it, but I'm pretty tired. It was a hustle. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everyone's feeling good. Hope everybody has a great day. Okay, bye.